we ready? Yes, sir. Let me know when you're ready.
Are we set? Gentlemen, are we set?
Good morning, gentlemen of the press, our service chiefs, our Royal Majesty that rocked the city of Sagamu yesterday, the 20th day of February 2023. When I arrived here, my first port of call was the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company. From there, I went to the Local Government Secretariat, and I now proceeded from there to the high street of Akaribo highway to look at the banks that were affected. What I've seen this morning has totally broken my heart. I am completely speechless. This was a protest that pretended to be a protest on the Naira design or the cash swap. But what I've seen this morning does not tell me that there were no other motives behind this protest. Because how do you explain that a Naira redesign or unavailability of cash now takes protesters to Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company? What has IBDC got to do with cash swap? What has the Local Government Secretariat got to do with the cash swap? At both places, cars were destroyed, generators were destroyed, air conditioners were carted away, the place was completely vandalized. Properties worth millions of naira were damaged. At the banks, it was purely a case of looting. ATMs were destroyed, windows, vehicles. I was informed by the Commissioner of Police that in particular instance at the Zenith Bank, they actually met these vandals and these miscreants inside the bank, attempting to break into the strong room of the bank and cutting away valuables, computers, and all other kind of valuables from the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, what surprises me is that why did this happen in Sagamu? Why Sagamu? I was here on campaign with members of my party, APC, on the 19th of February, Sunday, the day before. That campaign started from Shimawa. We took us from Shimawa way to Ogijo. From Ogijo, we drove through town to Sagamu. We were in Sagamu till 9 p.m. There was no violence. There was no argument. It was so peaceful that we didn't have a case of somebody even stepping on the toe of another person. And everybody dispersed peacefully. So what now happened? Less than 24 hours after that very mammoth and successful APC rally in Sagamu, that mayhem was now unleashed on the good, innocent people of Sagamu. That's a question that begs answer. Particularly when you know that there was no case of looting, there was no case of vandalization, there was no case of burning anywhere in Ogun State, across the length and breadth. As a matter of fact, we were acclaimed to have been the most peaceful state at that particular trying time. So what happened at this time? what KBAC, myself and the law enforcement agencies have seen this morning is such that has never happened in the history of the state before. It is obvious to us that this goes beyond the issue of Naira redesign or cash flow. It is obvious that this is politically motivated. And we've heard that from so many eyewitnesses. We have seen that from all what we've seen today. And this is most unfortunate, particularly as elections are just a few days away. It is obvious to me that some elements are determined on unleashing mayhem in order to cause voter apathy, or even perhaps worse still, to hopefully believe that there will be no elections if they continue with this violence. Now, as the chief security officer of this state, I consider this a test to not just my will, but the collective will of all the law enforcement architecture. We are going to go after every person that is either directly or indirectly associated with this heinous crime. We will find them, we will arrest them, and they will face the full wrath of the law. We will make examples of them, because this is not who we are in the state. We are Omoluabi. Now, coming to all those that suffered all these losses, let's first thank the Almighty God that there was no loss of life, because that is the one that cannot be replaced. But for the banks that I've seen, over 8 banks, I'm just coming from Zenith, I saw Keystone, I saw Stanbic, Wema, Access, Union, GT Bank, Sterling Bank, UBA, Polaris Bank. I sympathize with you. Please accept my utmost and sincerest sympathies. The state government will do everything to provide the needed support for all those, our innocent people that are also inadvertently affected by this unfortunate incident. I want to crave the indulgence of our people in Sagamu. Please go about your businesses peacefully. I've been assured by our law enforcement agency heads there are enough detachment of police, the military, the SSS, Amotekun here in Sagamu, and they will be patrolling the streets. They will be enforcing law and order in Sagamu, and anyone that is found culpable will be seriously dealt with. On that note, I want to thank all those that responded very swiftly. All our policemen led by the Commissioner of Police, CP Frank Mba. Sadly, this is your baptism of fire. It's just as if the office in Ogun State. This is not who we are, by the way. And also, by the way, the brigade commander, Brigadier General Aminu, he also just resumed. So they are both getting a taste of what we are not used to in Ogun State. I want to thank both of you because, but for your swift response, this would have even been much worse. I want to thank the members of the public, the council chairman of this local government, and all other members of the public that were calling frantically. They were to ensure that you brought this to our notice and that it was attended to as swiftly as we did. Please go about your normal businesses. Let me assure you that they can wish, they can plan. They are obviously intimidated by what happened on Sunday. Let me assure our citizens, residents of Sagamu, and the entire state at large, elections will hold on Saturday, February 25. Anyone that does not want to participate may choose not to participate. If we catch you trying to foment trouble, because you are frustrated, you will face the full wrath of the Lord. This election will hold by the grace of God. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless you. The big guy, Ogun.